Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a good day, evening, night, afternoon. Right, it's early in the morning here in Spain. I wake up this morning and I find the most extraordinary article about Harry and Meghan. Above all, this is the king of articles. And I want your opinion on this. Is this complete and utter bullshit, in which case Yahoo News will probably be sued? Or is this something genuine, or has this been put out by Meghan's camp? If so, is this an act of desperation? Because I'm really glad that in this day and age people are aware of fake news and calling it out, or at least examining and talking about things to figure out if what's real and what isn't real, and get past the PR spin doctors. But this one, is Harry $28 million in debt? That's the nub of this article. Oh boy. So let's have a look. Now, Yahoo are normally largely in favour of Harry and Meghan, as you all know. Doesn't Omid Scobie write for Yahoo? This guy is called John Quinn, and he is talking about something called Life and Style. Now, I don't know if that's part of Yahoo or it's another publication, but he quotes that particular Life and Style as having exclusively received this information about Meghan and Harry. Are Prince Harry and Meghan Markle moving back to London after royal feud? Family updates, right? I mean, the first paragraph he goes on about Halloween and how they took Archie and Lily out and stuff. But next year, the Sussexes may be trick-or-treating in England. After leaving Britain and stepping down as senior working royals in 2020, amid growing tensions with his family, Harry and Meghan have been talking about moving back to London. A little bit more specific than England. A source exclusively reveals to Life and Style. Now, it's the word exclusively that's got me thinking. Explaining that the duo are going through one of the toughest times in their lives, and that's saying a lot, considering what they've been through already. I hasten to add, self-inflicted what they've been through, isn't it, really? It's totally self-inflicted. California just isn't cutting it for them, and their financial situation has become dire. Well, you're going to love this bit, whether it's true or false, I have no idea. So much so that they recently resorted to begging King Charles III for their old jobs back. Harry's been trying to cut a secret deal to live and work with the royal family again, shares the source. And Charles has graciously agreed to it. He and Meghan are grateful. Just going to pause there for a minute. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That can't happen. Meghan and Harry cannot return to the royal family as working members. They can return to the family if the family allow it, but as far as the working part, no. In my opinion, my vote is no, 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 and no. Absolutely not. Out of the question. I'm not sure I believe that King Charles is even considering it, but if this article is even to be believed, but if he is, even if a tiny weeny part of him is, no, that would, I believe, spell the end of the monarchy. No. I'll continue with the article because it gets better. Charles had cut Harry off financially from following the move to North America, forcing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to find ways to earn money. Well, they left voluntarily. No, I mean, personally, I think they were thrown out, but the story is they left. They were finding freedom. Wasn't there a book once upon a time written about that, Finding Freedom? I think there were even those ghastly Hallmark movies, Escaping the Palace. So they left, and the statement said they're leaving to become financially independent. Do I remember that wrong? Or is that what they said when they left? They wanted to become financially independent. Okay? So it wasn't they were thrown out and cut off and they had to go and find a way to earn a living. They said they wanted that. They quickly signed deals with Netflix and Spotify, but the latter ended its lucrative multi-million-dollar contract with a couple of now they're 14.7 million mansion. That's specific, isn't it? 24/7 private security, designer wardrobe, and decadent vacations in recent weeks are adding up. They obviously need to cut expenses. The Insider tells Life and Style, noting that the cost of maintaining their lifestyle has left Harry and Meghan about 28 million in debt. They seemingly have no new income. It's been a rude awakening. Well, the article goes on further with more in it, and I shall put a link in the description for you to make up your own minds about whether that is true or not. I never believed they were getting $100 million from Netflix. I never believed the 30 million from Spotify. They're just bullshittery, blown up, over-exorbitant figures. They're just nonsense, absolute nonsense. Security, yeah, that will be costing him. Maybe he should have thought about that before he escaped all the palaces and castles that were under armed guard with the Queen's soldiers. Maybe they should have thought about that before throwing a tantrum and announcing to the world they wanted to be financially independent and find their freedom. I can well imagine the cost of security. Let's add to that the massive legal bills. Oh boy, massive. Believe me, they will be massive. Huge. Add to that, if you don't have an income, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it will be chipped away at. You've got to keep replenishing the pot. That's how life works, isn't it? Oh boy. And add to that the cost of PR. Even if you can buy 5,000 bots cheap on the internet, there's still PR companies. Did they pay the invoices at Sunshine Sachs? I can't remember. So, I mean, it doesn't actually come as a stunner to me because, as you know, for a while I've been saying, I see divorce on the horizon, I see disaster on the horizon, I'm pretty sure Harry's going to move back to the UK. This is a step further because this to me is like Meghan. I think it's from Meghan's camp, but I could be wrong. It's basically her saying, shit, she can't find a replacement, she can't find a billionaire, she'd better go back with him. I mean, of all the effrontery in the world, my God. It's got to be a bullshit article, hasn't it? That's got to be full of bullshitanian long-lost tribe. That is just, it's just somebody's made that up. Well, I await to see if Harry and Meghan sue Yahoo and Life and Style, whoever the hell they are, and this guy, Mr. Quinn. Because I would expect a lawsuit to be coming immediately for that article if it's bullshit. But if no lawsuit comes, well then, I suppose time will tell, and not very much time at that. I would imagine, as I've been saying for a while, we're going to see some movement before Christmas. I mean, it's just like boom, boom, boom. All this crazy stuff coming out. Them going to visit yet another thing to sort of counter the Remembrance Sunday thing. That just looked so bad. That looked so bad, her pushing him around. And I'm sure it's a great organisation, but just the two podiums with the little red ribbon and stuff, and absolutely nobody there. Oh dear, and Harry's standing up for gingers and stuff. What the fuck? What the fuck? What does it come to? And I see page 6, there's some puff piece about how when they went to Katy Perry's concert, they were standing near people who are famous or rich, billionaires. Has it come to that? Really? A prince of the realm who once had the world at his feet is now buying tickets to concerts so they can pretend, oh, well, we stood near someone famous who might help us out. And still all this, oh, Meghan's on the cusp of a deal. She's on the cusp. Haven't we heard that for weeks and weeks? Well, how long is this cusp? Are Audible gonna sign her or not? I'm thinking probably not. I don't know. And before I go, I would like to point something out, because Kinsey Scofield has a channel here on YouTube, and I'm shocked she only has 9,500 followers. Oh my! So I'm thinking people just don't know. So link in the description to Kinsey's channel, and she talks to NT, Crazy Days and Nights, fascinating conversations, and she's got one coming up. I have not always been a fan of Kinsey's, but she admits herself that in the beginning she really bought into the romance of Harry and Meghan, and along the way she's kind of gone, I don't know, something's just not quite right here. And her conversations fascinate me, her perspective fascinates me, and I think she's a very, very interesting young lady, actually. So go and have a look at Kinsey, check her out. I think you'll find NT equally interesting if you haven't already seen them. And what the hell do you make of this? I sincerely hope Charles no. The answer is no for me. Let me know in the comments. Would you welcome Harry back as a working royal? If he wants to go back to his family, as far as I'm concerned, that's none of my business. That's private family, and I'd actually support that. You know I've got a soft spot for Harry. Not so much for Meghan, but I do have a soft spot for him. And yeah, if that's a private thing and he was going to live on a private farm in the Cotswolds or somewhere else, or a flat in London, but working royal, absolutely no fucking way. No way. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for listening.